All right, Paul, good morning. Israel, good morning.
Good morning,
of course, dear listener, good morning.
Good morning.
Right. Yes, it's a big day. Today is the 30th day of the month of June, 2026, the last day of the month of June. But again, the day is significant for a lot of reasons, and of course, also important for most African immigrants in South Africa. It's a day of uncertainty. It's a day that tension filled the air for them, because before now, South Africans, especially black South Africans, have served quit notice. Quit notice, that's the most fitting way I can describe what is playing out there for Africans from other African countries to quit their country. And now the way they have done it, it doesn't matter whether you have your papers or you don't have your papers. Because when their protesters storm the street, I don't think they ask for papers. From when they see a non-South African black, they just want you out of their country. And before now, what do we know? About 1,000 Nigerians registered at the Nigerian High Commission in Pretoria to be airlifted back to Nigeria. We know that initially 256 persons were airlifted. After then, another set of 66 persons were airlifted back home. And just last night, Air Peace left for South Africa to bring 271 Nigerians back today. If you put all the total together, it's still a shortfall of the over 1,000 Nigerians who registered to be brought back. Well, we are looking onto the federal government to see what will happen to the other Nigerians who have not been airlifted, and no one is certain of what their fate will be beyond today. But what we also know is that the Edo State Government has also proactively made an arrangement to receive Edo Indigenes who are resident in South Africa and are expected back in Nigeria today. Not just expecting, a high-power delegation from the state is already in Lagos on ground. And this delegation is led by the Director General, Edo State Migration Agency, Lucky Agazuma, who is in Lagos, and we'll be speaking with him in moments from now. We're trying to get him on the phone so that we can find out what the arrangement looks like and what we are expecting from today. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Oh, yes, Mr. Agazuma, how are you today?
I'm very fine. Good morning to you.
All right, then. You are on to Super 88.1 FM, Benin City, Edo State. I know you're in Lagos, and it's a big day. We are anticipating the return of some Edo Indigenes who are resident in South Africa. I'd like to find out right away, are they coming with the Air Peace aircraft, or this is a separate arrangement by the Edo State Government, as different from the one made by the federal government?
Okay, great. Good morning. I am Honorable Agazuma, as you already said. Before now, His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, Senator Mondio Okpebholo, was already making a plan with the Migration Agency for us to go to South Africa to evacuate Edo people. Meanwhile, at the later, the federal government now made their own plan to evacuate them using Air Peace. So we now quickly key into that initiative. We are here in Lagos now to receive them at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. His Excellency already sent us here to receive them here and bring them back to Edo State.
Okay, when you say bring them back to Edo State, does it mean that Edo State government will be responsible for their transport or transportation from Lagos back to Benin City?
His Excellency has already made a plan for that. He has already made an exclusive plan for that. That is why we are already here since yesterday to receive our own people. He has always done that. It is not the first time he's receiving Edo people back home. So it's the first time we are working on South African projects. Like other African countries, we've done much.
Okay, beyond just receiving them back home and helping them to get back home, is there any other plan? Because, you know, the way they were dislodged in South Africa, and I'm sure that 99% of them didn't plan originally to return home at this time. But again, developments had made it incumbent on them to quickly dash back home. Any plan at reintegration or helping them to get started?
Yes, under the Project Shine agenda, where we are attaching the Arrow Cube model to, that when they return back, we readmit, we rehabilitate and reintegrate. At this moment, we are in Lagos, we are rehabilitating them back to the country, perhaps Edo State later. Then for those persons who will be traumatized, we will be rehabilitating them. And when they get to it after the rehabilitation process, they will be reintegrated back to the society through skill acquisition, through financial empowerment, and other strategies that we can bring them back to society and making them busy in the state.
Okay, and well, we can only say kudos at this level for this effort in this direction. But let us take a general overview of the work of. Okay, first, before we go into that, is there a figure we are anticipating? How many Edo residents, I mean indigenes, are you expecting to receive today who are supposed to be on this flight back home?
Yes.
Do we have a figure?
So what we gathered yesterday, I don't want to work on speculation. I believe on data. When we have access to the full manifest, then I can speak further the numbers of persons. Then we'll be able to know the numbers of ladies, men, including the children. So we want to work with the manifest, so we don't give a wrong data.
Okay, and finally, I mean, as the Director General at Edo State Migration Agency, it's not the first time that His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo is making efforts at making sure that Edo citizens are not left stranded in any part of the world. Could you please just quickly run us through the general overview of what the milestones have been for the agency you had within the life of this administration?
Thank you very much. I must tell you that since the emergence of the Edo State Migration Agency, where I happen to be the Pioneer Director General, His Excellency has done much when it comes to the area of Edos in diaspora. For example, there was a case we earlier handled, a case of a girl who traveled from Edo to Libya. To Libya, she was kidnapped and the ransom was demanded. Such case was reported to us. What we did was to arrest everybody around that kidnapping matters. They were arrested, her parents and all that. They ended up releasing that girl without us paying a dime. That was through the support of His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State. We have another strategic case that we have handled, a case of a Winosa Okurogo who was trafficked at the age of 14 to Burkina Faso, get to Burkina Faso. She was, they disconnected her from her families, her diaries, her phones, it's all. So at the age of 19, after 5 years, she was able to reach out to a blogger, and the blogger advertised online that an Edo girl is stranded in Burkina Faso. His Excellency gave us 48 hours to search for her in another country. You know what I mean? And there are some persons that we sent to Upper House at Moba to search for people, to take them almost a decade to locate the house. In less than 48 hours, we were able to go to Burkina Faso to know where she lives and bring her back. Not just bringing her back, as a matter of fact, she owns the biggest salon in Benin as we speak. So we have other cases. We just recently came back from Burkina Faso. 3 persons, where one was the two were ladies and one was a man. The first guy, the man among the 3, was in prison for a very long time that we went to set free and bring back to Edo State. While one of the girls who refused to go into prostitution was beaten and she lost her legs, while the other lady got blind, and some persons were trying to take advantage of her in the street of Burkina Faso. We went to Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, to bring them back to Edo State. As a matter of fact, they are under skill acquisition right now, while the blind girl is still receiving a treatment under His Excellency. Yes, we have another person, Gostam Wugiain, who allegedly bought a bike in Burkina Faso. His friends got jealous and they poisoned him, and he developed Parkinson and other diseases. We went from Edo State to Burkina Faso to bring them back, and so many other persons. Are we talking about the cases of 12, 13 years old girls that they were taken to Libya that were intercepted in Kaduna, or many other cases? Are we talking about some children that were missing that we recovered? His Excellency has done a lot in the area of migration. I want to tell you that based on what we have done so far, right from inception, Edo State has been regarded as a hub for human trafficking. So after His Excellency's interference in this area of migration, Kano State started taking the lead on irregular migration, followed by Lagos. If both states saw that this is unusual, it has not happened before, what they did was both the Lagos State Government and the Kano State Government, they chartered 2 different planes and they came to Edo to learn from Edo what we have done differently. How come Edo State is no longer taking the lead, that Kano is not taking the lead, followed by Lagos? They came, I think, about 2 months ago. We have the videos to that, including the NCFRMI from the presidency and the UN that came to ask us what we have done differently that led us to be in the third position in Nigeria instead of taking the lead.
All right, Lucky Gazuma, I know that if I allow you to go, the list is endless. But don't worry, after today's assignment, when you get back to Edo State, we'll definitely have you in the studio, and hopefully you make yourself available when we extend such an invite to you.
Sure, but I'm also afraid to tell you this one before I go. And before now, Edo State women were regarded as the oldest women in the street. I mean, they call them all sorts of names, Ashawo and other around the world. But when we came in, we carried out a feasibility study, only to discover that Edo women have been wrongly accused and victimized all the years. Other states are using Edo as the hub to actualize their aim, not Edo women. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lucky Gazuma. Best of luck in Lagos.
Thank you very much.
Well, Israel, that was Lucky Agazuma there. And if we had allowed him to go on and on, I think the list would be endless of what has been done within this short period to change the narrative about Edo State and the people of Edo State, even when they have been erroneously labeled. I mean, the narrative is quite different now. But quick one, is this one of the guys who are returning from South Africa today. It's good to see that it's not just left to the initiative or the effort of the federal government alone. The Edo State government has also latched onto it, and they have been rightly positioned there in Lagos to receive Edo State indigenes that will be on that flight from South Africa, bring them back safely to Edo State, and go into rehabilitation for those who are traumatized and reintegration. And she also, he went on that Lucky Gazuma to tell us of earlier experiences, earlier milestones, even how one of the returnees now has one of the biggest salons in Edo State. I think this must also be recorded and commended as one of the milestones and one of the achievements of the administration, the present administration in Edo State, led by Governor Monday Okpebholo. Israel.
Well, we always say the way you know a government is serious is how it cares about its people. And so what the governor is demonstrating is how much he cares about its people. And the people at the end of the day has the best asset any nation can have. So when we prioritize our people, prioritize the quality of life they live and their welfare and well-being, then we know a government is serious. After all, every day we emphasize that security and welfare are the responsibility of government, and it must be seen to be fulfilling those responsibilities. So when you have the DG of an agency responsible for migration waiting in Lagos to have people from the state back, readmit them like he mentioned, and then rehabilitate them, reintegrate them into society, not empty-handed, giving them something to start and kickstart their life once again. Haven't lost a lot because, like you rightly mentioned, Honorable, a lot of Nigerians never knew they would live in South Africa. But today, June 30th, is the deadline.
It's the deadline.
They call it xenophobic. I call it Afrophobic because it's the fear of the black man that South Africans are having. They don't care about the white people who are in South Africa. It's just the blacks they are concerned about. And because they are concerned about the blacks and our people have to find their way back home, they must come back home not to a bleak future. They should come back home having that sense of hope that yes, they can still live their life in spite of leaving a lot behind and coming back. And it's good that the state government is taking the lead in this. I saw Imo State Government did something sometimes ago with those who were returned some weeks ago. And now Edo State Government is slashing on to discipline. This is how you know a government is serious. That is how you care about your people. And that's how we begin to take you more seriously. I don't expect that the government will leave them alone, just like Agazuma has said. They will be reintegrated into society. Better opportunities will be open to them so that they know that this government cares about them. The people of Edo State care about them. And then we can look forward together and say, yes, we can achieve greater things in Edo State together. It's the best way to start.
The message for me and the big picture is that the message all of this sends is that for all our people, and I mean particularly the people of Edo State who are scattered all over the world, who are living under some not very pleasant condition, when they hear stories like this, when they see developments like this, it encourages them to think that, well, whether it's north or south, east or west, home is
the best.
Home is the best. And they can now feel that, okay, we are not going to get home and be stranded. There is a government that cares about the people at home. I think I will go back home. You understand? So it's a good one, and it sends a positive and strong message out there. And for those who are like, oh, I'm ready to brave all the odds, against all odds and go through tortuous paths, tortuous journey through the deserts, through the very tortuous Mediterranean waters to get to some fanciful destinations somewhere in Europe. They may be having a rethink now that there's actually a government in place that cares about its people. If we are ready to stay back at home and ready to do something useful, there may actually be a place that we can stay here and achieve our dreams. So it's all good. It's sending a positive message out there. And this will go in no small measure in changing the narrative.
And it's also important that the state government is also looking at how falsely the state has been labeled over time. And he spoke to that. Many times when you speak of women from this part of this country, you just hear that labeling and stereotype that comes to play. But things are changing. I was in a training, I think that was last month or so in Lagos, and it was mentioned. What Agazuma just said is a confirmation that yes, Edo is no longer topping the chart when it comes to those who are going irregularly out of the country. Now you have a state like Kano leading, then you have Lagos following. Edo is still number 3, and we can achieve more. We can draw that number.
We can actually become number 36.
We can go as low as we can. But the bottom line is that government must be responsive. And when government is responsive and the people see that responsibility in government,